It's my pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to be here for the opening session of the Fiji Rental Association annual general meeting. And I wish to acknowledge the members of the Fiji Rental Association for their continued support to actually standardize and elevate the rental industry. The COVID-19 pandemic, as you all know, has had a massive impact on everyone, particularly in the tourism sector, and a sector most of all that's so associated with you and you're closely linked with. We've all learned and discovered new ways of going about our work and business during the pandemic, and I want to reiterate that our lives and our ways of doing business have changed significantly. So the Ministry of Commerce, Trade, Tourism and Transport, with the assistance of the Ministry of Health and Medical Services and key stakeholders like you, have implemented new business structures and protocols to ensure that we can actually continue to provide high quality rental services. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank the association for their contribution to last week's Central Division PSV consultation with the Ministry and the LTA. And we always welcome all your concerns that you've actually raised and taken advantage of the opportunity. Was a wonderful thing. And also your suggestions on how we can actually improve the rental business and its services to the people of Fiji. Our aim, ladies and gentlemen, as a government, is to forge partnerships between Fijian government and key industry stakeholders, and in order to actually strengthen the sector and meet the demands of Fijians and tourists, whilst also making business actually easier for our operators. So we do listen. This is why the consultation sessions that are actually taking place with the LTA right around Fiji. The Ministry and the LTA have actually taken on board the proposals to improve rental car businesses in Fiji. We don't just hear the good side of things, we also hear the bad parts of it, and we need to hear that from you. We will ensure better coordination with the Fijian Competition and Consumer Commission, Fiji Roads Authority, and municipal councils also. I'm confident, ladies and gentlemen, that the members of the Fiji Rental Car Association understand that there is no simple way to doing business during a pandemic. And I know that especially the rental car business actually suffered immensely during the pandemic. And a lot of Fijians became very creative as to how they could even use rental cars to earn money. We were in the north, myself and Mr. Akbar, and also the chair of the LTA. We heard complaints about how people were actually renting a car and then using it as a taxi during the day. So these are the things that we need to fortify in terms of the law and make sure that that's not done. We actually provide an effective and safe environment also for our Fijians and our tourists. We must not only adapt to the new norm, but engage in new business innovation and creativity. And as I said, when I talk about creativity, people have actually been very creative in the unlawful side. So there are laws that need to change. And you know, it's great we go out and we talk about creativity and how you must do business. And we are now coming up against new ideas on the unlawful side, how people are actually, as I said, they get a rental car, they have it rented for $50 for the whole day, and they make $250 as a taxi during the day and return it in the afternoon. That needs to stop. LTA is quite aware of it. We've received the submissions, and we will strengthen the law so that we can assist you in your businesses. Today's AGM, also, ladies and gentlemen, is dedicated to enhancing rental operators' understanding of effective business strategies and operations. This also includes the introduction of a standard rental agreement for vehicle usage. And as I said earlier, because people have become creative on both sides of the fence, you will also need to make sure that that rental agreement is a live document. We'll continue to amend it as the law changes, etc., and whatever it is that your needs are. you are in an industry that can become burdensome for the LTA to actually look after your industry if there's a lot of illegal activity that goes on within it. So it's incumbent upon the operators also to ensure that you get your documents legally correct. The government will do as much as it can in terms of putting in the necessary laws, but this is a great step in terms of getting your rental agreements right. But please ensure that that always remains a live document. Today also marks the establishment of a guiding principle to help rental customers in terms of the agreement that you've done in operations and enforcement agencies, drivers and vehicle owners. And to have effective agreements, a whole of government approach is actually certain, ladies and gentlemen. This includes support from the Ministry, support from the Land Transport Authority, support from the Accident Compensation Commission of Fiji, support from the municipal councils, Consumer Council of Fiji, the Fijian Competition Consumer Commission, drivers and respective key holders. So you can see you are attached to many a different part of the whole of industry. So it's important that you have constant good relations with them so when moving forward. Each of these agencies, ladies and gentlemen, they play a critical role in ensuring that our public transport service vehicles offer on-time service whilst adhering to all the permit conditions. And it is the obligation of all permit holders to guarantee that their drivers do not violate their rental agreements. Violation also comes in many different forms, and as I said, because we are living in a new world. Additionally, as vehicle owners, you must guarantee that the driver profiling is completed prior to renting the vehicles. The LTA's e-service also is important to assist you with driver profiling, so I encourage you, all of you, to register with the LTA e-services to ease your doing business. As an ambassador for road safety, I guarantee you that safety is a top priority with respect to where the ministry is actually coming from. So when our fellow Fijians actually travel by rental car, they place complete trust in the driver to safely transport them to their destinations whilst adhering to all safety procedures. And as a result, no matter where we go or what we do or who we travel with, safety is actually everyone's duty. And I urge you all to not ever let that be compromised in terms of the safety of your vehicle at all times, because you may be liable. I know at the moment also there is a bit of difficulty after a conversation that I had with fully comprehensive insurance, where insurance companies, I understand, do charge almost 14%, correct? 14% of the value of the vehicle in terms of getting your insurance, a fully comprehensive insurance plan. And there are limitations also. For example, if SEMA has a $200,000 vehicle, and I'm driving a Prius and I run into it, my insurance won't cover the value of the vehicle. So these are the things that we need to address. And I think it's something, it requires a further discussion. When Razik does sit down with you, please let him know and have a discussion if you have some good creative ideas with how we need to deal with that. There is a discussion, I think earlier on, that the Attorney General has had with insurance companies. It's something that needs to be furthered, and something that needs to be looked at in fairness to all of you as stakeholders. So on behalf of the Ministry, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank the Fiji Rental Car Association for their continued service in the public transport sector. And I also encourage everyone here today to actively participate in the association. It's no use sitting on the outside and complaining about things. It's good to come here and participate. Whether you want to say something good or bad, it doesn't matter. If you participate, you'll be heard. And this is your AGM. You make sure you choose strong leaders who will work for the betterment of the association, and in turn encourage better service amongst its members and the people of Fiji. So with those few words, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you again, and I wish you all well for today. Thank you very much.